This week's weekly ritual is dedicated to the memory of longtime Ghost Cult scribe Paul Quinn, who passed away this week. Rest in power. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Keefe, and you're watching another edition of the Weekly Ritual, Ghost Cult's news show, right here on YouTube. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. GhostCultMag.com is a small business. With that out of the way, let's get into it.
In case you missed it, features at Ghost Cult.
We kick this week's features off with our interview with Christopher Hall of Stabbing Westward. Their comeback album, Chasing Ghosts, is out now. We also talked to Shane Told of Silverstein. Their new album, Misery Made Me, is coming soon, and the band kicks off a tour this weekend. Up the Irons! Iron Maiden's classic Number of the Beast turned 40 this week, and Ghost Cult brought you a retrospective review. You can also catch me on the Glacially Musical podcast, beer, metal, swearing, vinyl, and much more. This week we kick off a new series on Thin Lizzy. Lollapalooza has announced their full lineup for 2022, and it will be headlined by Metallica, who they're everywhere this year, headlining festivals. Metallica, Jane's Addiction, Doja Cat, Dua Lipa, Turnstile, Idols, and many, many more bands on the bill. Stoner Doom fans rejoice! Monolith on the Mesa is coming back to Taos, New Mexico, and it's got a banger of a lineup. Among the bands playing are Mars Red Sky, The Obsessed, Warhorse, The Otolith, Duel, Love Gang, Red Mesa, and many more. RippleFest Texas has announced a huge lineup of humongous stoner rock luminaries. Among the bands playing that festival include Eagles of Death Metal, The Sword, Crowbar, Mothership, Big Business, The Obsessed, Stoner, Spirit Adrift, Sasquatch, Fatso Jetson, Heavy Temple, Lord Buffalo, Lopan, and more. The festival is dedicated to the memory of festival co-founder Dano Sanchez, who passed away last week. Detroit hardcore festival Tie Down Fest is back this year, and they have announced a lineup that includes Comeback Kid, Mind Force, Show Me the Body, and many more bands. Yeah! The tour that broke the internet this week. Rob Zombie has announced the tour that's going to make us party like it's 1999. Rob Zombie, Mudvayne, Static X, and Powerman 5000 will all join up for a big tour of amphitheaters this summer in the US. Knotfest Roadshow kicked off this past week, and as promised, Slipknot is playing deep cuts like Snuff and other tracks they have not pulled out of a live set in a long time. Joining them are In This Moment and Wage War. Speaking of Wage War, the rising band has booked a huge headline tour of Europe for this summer. Death metal band Gatecreeper has announced a headline tour of Europe this summer ahead of their European tour next fall with Creator and Lamb of God. Carcass, Immolation, and Creeping Death will team up for a tour. Rotting Out has had to drop off the upcoming tour with Pennywise and Rise Against, but they will be replaced by Stick to Your Guns. Portuguese black metalers Guerrilla have booked a huge tour of the UK, featuring direct support from Woe. Clutch has booked a huge headline tour of the UK for late in 2022. Boston metalers Caspian have been announced as the opening band for the Boston and New York shows of the Converge and Chelsea Wolf Blood Moon Tour. Our homies in Hed PE, Crazy Town, Edema, and Flaw will team up for the New Metal Madness Tour. In case that Rob Zombie tour wasn't nostalgic enough for you. Sad news, as Sacred Reich frontman Phil Rind has had a flare-up of his asthma and has been hospitalized, forcing the band to miss a few dates of the current Sepultura tour. You can catch a review of that on Ghost Cult right now. Get well soon, Phil. We love you. Bummer news is Static X has been forced to cancel their entire 2022 European tour, and they will rebook for 2023 as soon as they can. Finally, in the tour news, Greta Van Fleet has been forced to postpone a few of their hometown area Midwest shows as their guitarist Jake Hiska has come down with pneumonia. Get well soon, Jake. In other news, our thoughts continue to be with the people of Ukraine as Russia continues their horrible invasion of the country. Props to Ukrainian band Jinjer, who has raised over $140,000 USD with the sale of over 11,000 charity shirts and pieces of merch. Other bands have been doing a similar thing. Acacia Strain has raised $60,000 with the sale of their charity merch. So please keep supporting these good causes and give if you can to all the worthy charities supporting Ukraine. It's only out a few weeks, but Ghost Impera is the #1 selling rock album in America and topping the charts in many countries at either number 1 or 2, or at least in the top 10. Huge success for the band. They finally appeared on the Jimmy Kimmel Show, and the arrow just keeps going up and up for Ghost as they get ready to kick off their European tour with Twin Temple and Uncle Acid and the Deadbeats. Foo Fighters are releasing a death metal album today under their name Dream Widow. This is the album they created for their current horror comedy, Studio 666. It's actually a really good film. Don't believe all the shitty things you read about it. Red alert, y'all! SikTh has reunited. The UK progressive metalers will come back for 2 shows next fall. Who knows if the band will get back together and make new music, but this is huge. This is their reformation of their original 6-member lineup. Synth pop band Crosses, featuring Chino Moreno of Deftones and Sean Lopez of Bar, have dropped 2 new singles and a new music video. The songs include Initiation and Protection. The incredible Life of Agony documentary, The Sound of Scars, has finally hit video on demand, including Apple TV and Amazon Prime. This thing's a tearjerker and an incredible story of triumph and perseverance. Check it out now. You have the Keefy seal of approval. 2 thumbs up. Orange up, 2 thumbs up. Wiki wiki? I don't know. Doobie-doobie-doo, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Things I did not have on my bucket list in 2022. Mark Tremonti, the guitarist and singer best known for Creed and Alter Bridge and his solo band Tremonti, has made a covers album of Frank Sinatra songs, all for charity. He started a charity foundation supporting Down syndrome. He has a daughter, Stella, who has Down syndrome, that inspired this project. He crushes it on these songs, and he even recruited members of Frank Sinatra's own band and orchestra to perform and write with him. This is amazing. Can't wait for this album to come out. You will be surprised at how great it is. Bastardane, the up-and-coming rock and heavy metal band, has dropped their debut album on their Bandcamp page, Is This Rage? The band features Castor Hetfield, the son of Metallica's James Hetfield. You can catch Bastardane opening on the same bill as Metallica at Bottle Rock Napa this Memorial Day. Phoenix Rising, the brand new documentary from Evan Rachel Wood about her ordeal with her former partner Marilyn Manson and the allegations against him, has just hit HBO and HBO Max. I highly recommend you watch this. Danny Elfman and Trent Reznor have released another collaborative song, Native Intelligence, from Danny Elfman's recent full-length album, Big Mess. Death metal leaders Jungle Rot have signed to Unique Leader Records for their next album coming out right away in May, and they dropped a brand new single and video, Total Extinction. The Dillinger Escape Plan is long retired, but their classic early album, Irony is a Dead Scene, featuring vocals from Mike Patton, is getting a 20th anniversary reissue on vinyl. You can pre-order it now. It's probably going to sell out, and you're going to be pissed. Punk rock legends NoFX will reissue their long out-of-print Ho Effects 12-inch, but now as a 10-inch, as a brand new single. You can stream the songs right now and pre-order the 10-inch. Another important album out this week, Eve Minor surprise dropped her brand new album, I Don't Want to Die in Orange County, supporting the Demand Project, who is dedicated to ending child sex trafficking. Please check that out and support at the links below. Underground alternative hip-hop group Guerrilla Ghost is dropping a very limited edition physical version of their Trumaine EP featuring all their Wesley Snipes jams. If you know, you know. The band recently released their brand new album, Hell is Empty and the Devils Are Here. Lindsay Schoolcraft has dropped a brand new single, New World, featuring Fabienne from Eluveite and Jen from Evanescence. Old school band Willhaven is in the studio making a new album, and they just dropped a documentary about the band, Foreign Films 2, which you can watch free online now. And finally in the news, New York City councilman and former metal band leader of Indecision and Most Precious Blood, Justin Brannon, wants music in schools for all children. He is pushing forth a platform and a bill to get music in schools, to get budget for music lessons and music instruction to come back to schools in a meaningful way.
And now for a look at who rules it streaming.
This week's Who Rules It Streaming, we focus on the new viral sensation, the granny from Minnesota singing Dragula by Rob Zombie. She crushed it.
And now for a look at New Music Friday.
8 Kalakis, Frontiera, Atomic Fire Records, Absent in Body, Plague God, Relapse Records, Abath, Dread Reaver, Season of Mist, Animals as Leaders, Parrhesia, Sumerian Records, Billy Bio, Leaders and Liars, AFM, Capricorn, For the Restless, Wild Kingdom Records, Carnage of Children, Darkness Within, Music Records. Desert Clouds, Plan Exit, Mandrone Records. Eucharist, I Am the Void, Helter Skelter Records. Goathorn, Voyage to Nowhere, The Complete Anthology, Dissonance Productions. Hawkwind, Dreamworkers of Time, The BBC Recordings 1985 to 1995, Esoteric Recordings. Ignite, self-titled, Century Media Records. Light Beneath, self-titled, Inverse Records. Lucifer's Child and Mystifier, Under Satan's Wrath Split, Agonia Records. Michael Romeo, War of the Worlds Part 2, Inside Out Music. Night, Voices of the Cronian Moon, Season of Mist. Paleface, Fear and Dagger, self-released. Soul Glow, Diaspora Problems, Epitaph Records. And Various Artists Legacy, a tribute to Leslie West, Pro Vogue Records. And now for a look in our mailbag.
This week's mailbag, we got an awesome package in the mail from one of our favorite labels, The Flenser, one of the best underground metal labels there is. We got this awesome reissue of King Woman's Doubt on beautiful color vinyl. King Woman is rad. We just saw her perform at the T&A Lounge here in San Francisco, and we were enthralled. This is an essential album. Her most recent album, Celestial Blues, is out now on another label, but thank you, King Woman, for the beautiful music, and thank you, The Flenser. You made it to this part of the show, so you know what time it is. It's the end. GhostCodeMag.com is a small business, and we really appreciate the support. As we say every week at this juncture of the show, it's a tough time in the world, so please, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and always remember, Paul Quinn, we love you forever.